Good evening, everyone. Students, once again, myself Sarita Yadav welcome you all to Online Education by Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation Department. Today, we are going to continue with the subject Science 2, and today we are going to cover the analysis of practice paper 3, okay, of subject Science 2. Students, now you all are very well aware as your prelim exams are going on. Okay, so let us see the analysis of science 2 subject. Okay, you know your paper is for 2 hours and it is for 40 marks. Some important instructions which you have to follow. Okay, see, all questions are compulsory. Okay, in science 2, wherever, okay, scientifically correct label diagrams should be drawn, okay, wherever it is necessary. Use of calculator is not allowed. And very important instruction you have to follow about MCQ questions. Okay, the numbers to the right of the questions indicate full marks, and in case of MCQ, okay, which is your question number 1A, only the first attempt will be evaluated and will be given credit. Okay, what happens? Many students write 2 or 3 answers for the same question, objective questions, okay, especially MCQs. But only the first attempt will be evaluated. Okay, the second and third attempt will not be credited or will not be checked. See the next instruction. For each MCQ, the correct alternative, okay, A, B, C, D, with sub question number is to be written as an answer. See, I have shown in the example how you have to write. Now, for example, suppose for the first MCQ, A is correct. So, how you are going to write? First A. Okay, second, suppose for the second MCQ, B is the correct answer, so you are going to mention B, second B, third C. Okay, so very important instruction regarding MCQ which you have to follow. Okay, now let's begin. See, you know your question number 1A is MCQ type of question, in which the question is given along with 4 alternatives. You have to choose the correct alternative and write. So question number 1A, write the correct alternative. It is for 5 marks. In this question, 5 MCQ type questions have been asked, and it is very scoring, okay? Very easily you can score 5 marks. See the first question. Microbes are used for dash of environment polluted due to sewage. Okay, the 4 alternatives are A, conservation, B, protection, C, bioremediation, D, fermentation. Okay, so these are the 4 alternatives. You have to choose the correct one. So microbes are used for bioremediation. So correct answer is bioremediation. So how you are going to write? See here. First mention the main question. Question number 1A. Then first one, answer 1. Mention its alternative. What is its number? C. And then write the answer bioremediation. Okay. So this you have to follow for all the questions. Second one, C. Carbohydrates gives dash of energy on consumption. What are the alternatives? A1, 9 kilocal per gram, B, 9 cal per gram, C, 4 cal per gram, that is calories. Okay, cal means calories, and D is 4 kilocalories per gram. So the correct answer C, I have written answer second, D, 4 kilocal per gram. Okay, so you have to mention its alternative D. Okay, so remember, carbohydrate gives 4 kilocal per gram of energy on consumption. Third MCQ, dash is cold blooded animal. Okay, options: A, bat, B, snake, C, rabbit, D, elephant. Now, which is the correct answer? The correct answer is snake. Okay, whereas bat, rabbit, and elephant are warm blooded animals. Okay, so how we are going to write? Answer 3, B, snake. So, snake is a cold blooded animal. Fourth one, members of calyx are called as dash. See the options: petals, sepals, androecium. D option, gynoecium. Okay, the answer for the fourth MCQ is, see here, I have written answer 4, B, sepals. Okay, members of calyx are called as sepals. If it is corolla, then it is petals. So correct answer is B, sepals. Fifth one, which precautions will you take in case of leakage of cooking cylinder gas? Now options: A, switch on electric appliances, B, use sand and soil, C, cover cylinder with wet clothes, D, ran away. Now you know, whenever there is leakage from cooking cylinder gas, it catches fire. Okay, so in such cases, what you have to do? You have to cover the cylinder with wet clothes. The correct answer is answer fifth, C, cover cylinder with wet clothes. Okay, so this were the 5 MCQs, that is question number 1A for 5 marks. Very easily you can get 5 marks. Okay, after question number 1A, the next question is question number 1B. Answer the following. Now again, student, here 5 objective type questions are asked. Okay, it can be odd one out, true or false, match the following, answer in one word, answer in one sentence, name the following, complete the correlation. Such type of objective questions are asked. Okay, so again here question number 1B is for 5 marks. Now see the questions. First one, find the odd one out. Tobacco, soya sauce, alcoholic beverages, drugs. Okay, so here the odd one out is tobacco. So how we are going to write? No need to write the questions. Directly you can write question number 1B, answer 1, tobacco. Okay, second question C, write names of vestigial organs in human body. Okay, now you know various examples are there. You can, it is for 1 mark, so at least 2 examples it is expected that you will write. But if you know more, go for more. Okay, answer 2. Now, which are the vestigial organs? See, wisdom teeth, appendix, ear pinna, muscles of your ear pinna, tailbone, also called as coccyx, and body hairs. So these are the organs which are considered to be vestigials for humans. Okay. Then third question, state true or false. Milk is fermented with the help of lactobacilli. Now correct statement. So the answer is true. Answer 3, true. Okay. Now next, see, complete the correlation. Now here in this question, phylum is given, example is given. Okay, so another phylum. So you are expected to write answer. Okay, in the dash you're going to write example of the corresponding phylum. Now for example, Annelida, phylum Annelida, earthworm is an example. So for Platyhelminthes, the examples are Planaria, liver fluke, tapeworm, any example you can write. Okay, I have mentioned here one, planaria. You can also write liver fluke, you can also write tapeworm. Your answer will be correct. Next one, see, find odd one. Tricarboxylic acid cycle, which is also called as TCA cycle, citric acid cycle, Krebs cycle, and EMP pathway. Okay, so which one is the odd one out here? Here, see, TCA cycle, citric acid cycle, Krebs cycle, they are the name of the same process. They are different names of the same process. So the odd one out here is EMP pathway. So how we are going to write? Answer fifth one, answer 5, EMP pathway. Okay, so this is how you are going to attempt question number 1B. Okay, again, so you have covered here 10 marks. Easily you can get your 10 marks for your objective questions. Question number 2 is give scientific reason. Question number 2A, give scientific reason. Here 3 give reasons are asked and you have to attempt any 2 for 4 marks. That means each give reason carries 2 marks. Okay, see the first give reason. Our body irritates if it comes in contact with jellyfish. The students, write your answer in point wise. Okay, it will increase, it will look good. You increase your presentation. See the first point. How you are going to write? Answer 1. First point, jellyfish is a ciliated that has cnidoblasts bearing tentacles. Okay, what is cnidoblasts? It are the specialized cells which are present in ciliates. Now, second point, these cnidoblasts inject toxins to paralyze the prey at the time of feeding. Okay, so what is the function of cnidoblast? It injects toxins, okay, to the prey. Third point, when jellyfish comes in contact with our body, this toxin is released, causing reaction to our skin. Okay. Fourth point, therefore, our body gets irritated, which causes inflammation when we come in contact with jellyfish. Okay, so sometimes what happens, we humans come in contact with jellyfish. So during that time, this jellyfish stings us with the cnidoblast, which releases toxins. Okay, and due to this toxins, it causes reaction in our body or skin, because of which our body gets irritated, resulting into inflammation. That these are the 4 points, expected 4 points of the question. Second give reason is flower is structural unit of sexual reproduction in plants. Okay, now see the answer. Just wait a minute. First point, see, flower produces male and female gametes. Okay, you know in flower androecium gynoeciums are present, isn't it? So flower produces male and female gametes. For this purpose, okay, there are essential whorls of androecium and gynoecium. Third point, the double fertilization also takes place in flower. And that's why Therefore, flower is called structural unit of sexual reproduction in plants. So it is flower in which the reproduction takes place. Okay, the uh, male gametes travels to the female gametes, fertilization, double fertilization takes place. Okay, so that is why flower is called structural unit of sexual reproduction in plants. See the next Q reason. It is essential to get the training of first aid. Now see what is the expected answer. Okay. First point, when there is disaster, we need to immediately help the victim. Second point, till the medical help arrives, one should be in position to treat the injured and save his or her life. Third point, in such cases, knowing first aid is essential. Such kind of need may arise in case of our parents, our siblings at home, or with friends in school. Fourth point, those who are injured should be treated at once. If we know about techniques of first aid, we can save such person before the medical help arrives. Fifth, therefore, it is essential to get the training of first aid. Okay, so that's why it is said that it is very important that we should know the techniques or training of first aid. We can save someone life before the medical help, or before we take that person to the hospital. We can save his or her life. Okay, and that is the reason it is said it is essential to get the training of first aid. So these were the three give reasons, students. So any two you have to attempt. Moving on to question number 2b, the other part of question number 2. Okay, solve the following questions. Now in this, you have to attempt any three, which is for 6 marks. Let's begin. See the first question. Distinguish between vertebrates and invertebrates with the help of 4 distinguishing points. Okay, so you have to write 4 points each of vertebrates and invertebrates. Now, I have mentioned many points. Any 4 points you have to write of each. Now see and you have to remember, always write the relevant points in both the columns. Okay. Now for example, suppose the first point here is vertebrates possess a backbone. So in vertebrates, the relevant point is invertebrates do not possess a backbone. Okay, your point should be relevant. Suppose if you write here first point and here you write any other point, then it will be considered wrong. Always in both the columns, relevant points should be there. See in vertebrates, second points, vertebrates have notochord at least in some stage of development, especially during embryonic stage. Whereas in vertebrates, they do not have notochord. Okay. Third point, C, in vertebrates, there are pharyngeal gill slits for respiration. Whereas in invertebrates, there are no pharyngeal gill slits. Okay, then in vertebrates, how is the nerve cord? It is single hollow. Whereas in nerve cord in invertebrates, if it is present, okay, then it is double and solid. Next, nerve cord is located on the dorsal side of body in case of vertebrates. Whereas in invertebrates, nerve cord is located where? Ventral side of the body. You see the difference here? In vertebrates, it is dorsal. In invertebrates, it is ventral side. See the location or position of heart in vertebrates. Heart, if present, is on the ventral side of body, whereas in invertebrates, it is on dorsal side of the body. And the next point, see, hemoglobin in vertebrates column. Hemoglobin is present in RBC, that is red blood cells. Whereas in invertebrates column, hemoglobin, if it is present, then it is in dissolved state. Okay, you have to remember this point. So any four distinguishing points you have to write about vertebrates and invertebrates, and remember the point should be relevant. This was your first question. See the next question. Write a comparative note on usefulness and harmfulness of biotechnology. So in a way you're going to write the advantages or merits of biotechnology. You're going to write the demerits of biotechnology. Now first see, you're going to write usefulness. How biotechnology is useful to us. See, biotechnology, first point, biotechnology has proved to be useful in the field of various fields, isn't it? Like agriculture, medicine, clean technology, and industrial products. Now, due to these various biotechnological experiments, the food production is increased substantially. Even the milk and milk products are now freely available. People no longer die of hunger due to abundant food supply. You can see how biotechnology has impacted, especially in the field of agriculture. See how it has impacted in the field of medicine. The sophisticated vaccines have stopped the spread of epidemics. The diseases like diabetes can be controlled due to human insulin injections that can be manufactured by biotechnology. And because of biotechnology, the problems of pollution control, solid waste management, and fuels are partially tackled by biotechnological alternatives. Okay, you can see the usefulness of biotechnology. But along with usefulness, there is the other side, that is harmfulness. How biotechnology is proving to be harmful. See the first point. Though all such positive aspects are there, the biotechnology also poses some problems. Okay, like what? The genetic changes are breaking the principle of nature. By inserting human genes in bacteria or virus, the products that are needed only for humans are produced. Isn't it? So here we are interfering with the principles of nature. Second point, human cloning is also a debatable issue. It will cause social and ethical problems. The new generation formed by cloning will have mothers but no fathers. If man tries to manipulate the genomes of other living organisms, it will cause disturbances in the natural balance. Third point, the long term effects of all such genetic manipulation can be disastrous. Thus, according to some views, biotechnology can be dangerous too. So, these are the usefulness and harmfulness of biotechnology. See the next question now. That is the third question. Define transcription, A, transcription, and B, translation. So in the third question, you have to write two definitions. The first one, A. Transcription. See the answer. What is transcription? Okay. Transcription. So how we are going to write? Answer 3A. The transcription is the process of synthesis of mRNA as per the nucleotide sequence present in DNA, which is called as transcription. Okay, so what happens here? mRNA is synthesized, and it is synthesized on the basis of what? It is synthesized on the basis of nucleotide sequence, which is present in DNA. The nucleotide sequence of mRNA is complementary to that of single DNA strand used in synthesis. Instead of thymine, okay, mRNA possesses uracil. You have to remember this. So this is the definition of transcription. See the B question, that is the definition of translation. Translation. Each mRNA is made up of thousands of triplet codons. Okay, and as per the message on mRNA, amino acids are supplied by tRNA. Now what happens then? For this purpose, tRNA has anticodon having complementary sequence to the codon on mRNA, and this process is called as translation. Got it? So here, if you write the definition of transcription, definition of translation, you will score 2 marks easily. See, the next question is short note. Write short notes on sacred groves. Okay. Now, first point, see, sacred grove is the green patch of the forest which is conserved by local people in the name of God. It does not belong to forest department. Okay, it is like sanctuary that is conserved by common people and tribals. Just wait a minute, students. It is like a sanctuary that is conserved by common people and tribals in the area. It is rich in biodiversity. It is conserved as there is faith that God or deity reside in sacred grove. Hence, in local language, they are known as Devrai. See the third point. Due to these reasons, people do not fell the trees. Also, hunting of any wildlife is not done here. More than 13,000 sacred groves have been reported in India. Most of these are in Western Ghats in Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Kerala. Fourth point, also in remaining parts of India, sacred groves are reported. Role of sacred grove is tremendous in conserving the biodiversity. Isn't it, students? Because of our culture, we consider the forest or trees as God. Okay, they're conserved in the name of God, and that's why what happened, people do not cut the trees, as even they do not hunt the wildlife. Okay, they do not kill the animals, and that's why in many parts of India many sacred groves are found. Okay, so this is the short note on sacred groves. See the next, that is concept map. Okay, complete the following conceptual picture with respect to uses. You can see here xanthan gum, and all the boxes surrounded are empty. So you have to draw the same concept map and write the answer in the blank boxes. Okay, now what are the uses of xanthan gum? Okay, see, toothpaste. It is used in the production of toothpaste. In second box, you can write high quality paper. Weedicides. Third box, In the fourth box, you can write fertilizers. Fifth box, again, it is used to impart thickness to chocolates. And in the fifth box, you can write textile pigments. So you can see you don't have to write brief questions over here. Very easily, you can draw the concept. You can write like one word answers in each boxes. So easily you can get your marks. So this is your fifth question. See the next. There we completed your question number 2. Okay, students. So out of this question number 2b, you had to attempt it 3 questions for which you will score 6 marks if written correctly. Moving on, question number 3. Again here 3 mark questions are there. Answer the following. Okay. 7 to 8 questions are asked and you have to attempt any 5, which is for 15 marks. So each question carries 3 marks. Now let us begin with the question number 3. First one, see, gender of child is determined by male partner of couple. Explain with reasons whether this statement is true or false. Now see here, what is the question? The gender of child. The child, whether it is female or male, it is determined by male partner. So you have to tell whether this statement is correct, true or false. Okay. Now for this, you have to draw this. Okay. Father or male. You know the male gametes are sperms, whereas the female gamete is oocytes or eggs. And you know the combination of sperms, it is 22 plus X or 22 plus Y. Whereas in oocytes, it is 22 plus X. No Y cells are present. Okay. So when male gametes unites with female gametes, it results, suppose that 22X combines with 22 plus X of oocytes, it results into 44 plus XX. That is your daughter cells. Okay, your Y cells are not there. So the resulting what will happen? Daughter will be born. Suppose from the male gametes 22 plus Y combines with 22 plus X of oocytes, it results into 44 plus XY. So here son is born. Okay, so you should remember this. You have to draw this or write this. The first statement, see how you are going to support or how you are going to write the answer. The statement gender of child is determined by male partner of couple is true. Okay, so it is the male who is responsible for the gender of child. The statement is true. How you are going to support your statement? See, second question. It is clearly seen from the diagram that there are 2 types of sperms produced by males. One sperm has X chromosome while the other has Y chromosome. Apart from autosomes. Okay, autosomes you know 22, that they are autosomes. The mother on the other hand has all X bearing oocytes. You can see in the picture or diagram. Thus, the sperm that fertilizes the oocyte decides the sex of the child. If X bearing sperm fertilizes the oocyte, daughter is born. Okay, as I said, X bearing sperm fertilizes the oocyte. What happens? Daughter is born. When Y bearing sperm 22 plus Y fertilizes the oocytes, it results into son. Son is born. Thus, father or male partner is responsible for the determination of the gender of child. So if you draw the diagram, if you write the statement, very easily you can get your 3 marks. This was your first question. Second question C. What will you do? Why? Now see, in this question, 3 parts are there. A, B, C. Okay. Now your sister, see your first part, A question. Your sister has become incommunicative. She prefers to remain alone. Incommunicative means what? She's not talking with anyone. She's not interacting with anyone. So in such case, what you will do? See, you can see the question in blue. Its respective answer I have written in blue. So you can understand the answer. So how we are going to write? Answer to A part. The individual who prefers to be incommunicative has lots of thoughts in his or mind, in his or her mind. If this is the case with your sister, she will be taken into confidence, and the reason behind this lack of communication will be found out. Okay, so what you will do? You are going to talk to her, you are going to find the reason. What is the reason behind her behavior? Most often such persons have depression. Okay, so she will not be left alone. Her friends will be invited at home so that she can converse with them. She should be motivated to mix with her favorite people. She should be encouraged to pursue her hobbies. Divert her mind, okay? Divert her mind into her hobbies like drawing, singing, dancing, cooking, okay? Any hobbies. She should be helped in selecting such work. If nothing changes her, then the help of counselor should be taken. Okay, so when you're trying, you're helping her, but nothing is being changed, okay, in her behavior, take her to counselor. That this is the expected answer for the first part. See the second part B question. Your friend has developed the hobby of snapping selfies. Okay, that means what? Your friend is there who is always snapping selfies, okay, taking selfies. So what you are going to in such case? B. Answer B. The habit of continuously taking selfie is bad. It shows that the friend is constantly thinking of himself only. He is image conscious, okay, always taking selfies. His self centeredness is to be removed by counseling him. The reason behind this behavior should also be understood. He should be diverted and motivated to take some other task so that this habit can be lessened. Taking selfies is not a hobby, it is a bad habit. And if someone is repeatedly engaging in it, got it? So you have to talk to him, you have to divert his mind, you have to explain him that it is not a good habit. Okay, and what is the reason? You have to find out why he is always clicking, he or her is clicking selfies. See the third part. Child of your neighbor is addicted to tobacco chewing. Again, very common problem. So what you are going to do in such case? See, the hazards of tobacco chewing will be explained to this child. Different photographs and videos showing the condition of oral cancer will be shown to this child to persuade him so that he can stay away from tobacco. This addiction has to be removed, so help of his parents will be taken. They will be told about the child's habit and asked to help him free from his addiction. Got it? So this is the question of your question number 3, which is there. It asks for 3 marks. So A, B, C, 3 parts. Each part will carry 1 mark. Okay, again these are like self response questions, so you can write the answers on your own, but in proper language, proper scientific language. Okay, question number 3C. How all the life processes contribute to the growth and development of the body. Let's begin with the answer. Answer 3, first point. Different systems work in coordination with each other in the body of living organisms. Okay, in human body, the homeostasis status is very advanced. And the various systems like, second point C, various systems like digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, nervous system, and all the external and internal organs in your body work independently but in coordination with each other. See the third point, that digested and absorbed nutrients of the food are transported to various cells with the help of circulatory system due to the pumping of heart. Okay, simultaneously the oxygen absorbed in the blood by lungs is also transported to each cell by RBC. Fourth point, mitochondria in every cell brings about oxidation of nutrients and produces energy required for all of these functions. Fifth point, the control is exercised by nervous system on all of these actions. This keeps the organism alive and helps in growth and development of the same. Got it? So these are the 5 points which is expected for this question. Next question C. Identify the class of given animal and write the 2 characteristics of this class. And you can see a picture is given. Okay, the first what you're going to do, identify the animal. Okay, so how you are going to write C? Answer. The animal shown in the figure is bat. This is the picture of bat. Okay, but what you have to identify, the class of the given animal. So first you have to identify the animal, that is bat, then identify the class. It belongs to the class Mammalia. Bat is a mammal. Okay, so if you write it belongs to the class Mammalia, you will get 1 mark over here. Then you have to write 2 characteristics. I have written many characteristics. 2 characteristics you have to write. See the first characteristics. Body is divided into head, neck, torso and tail. Patagium present for flying mode. Instead of wing, see the wings. That wings is what? Patagium. Okay, it is called patagium in case of bat. Patagium is present which helps for flying. Nocturnal in habit. Nocturnal means they come out during night time. And it is warm blooded. Mammals are warm blooded. You have to remember. See the next point. It gives birth to the live young ones. Okay, so bat does not lay eggs. What it does, it gives birth to live young ones. Then also mammary glands are present, okay, for nourishing young ones. In case of mammals, very important characteristics you have to remember, that is mammary glands. They are present for nourishing young ones, to feed the young one. So this is the expected answer of this question. Next question C. Identify the symbols A and B. Explain the meaning. Now see here. So how we are going to write an answer? Figure A. Okay, this figure. First you have to identify the symbol and then you have to explain. So figure A, what it resembles? It resembles throw waste or garbage in dustbin. Because of this symbol, we can understand that we have to dispose of our waste products, garbage, or waste material thoughtfully and do not litter. Do not litter means we don't have to throw it in our surrounding. We don't have to throw anywhere. Instead of throwing anywhere, all the waste material, all the garbage, wrappers, papers, or any waste product, they have to be thrown in dustbin. Okay, figure BC. You can see in the figure B, first you have to identify the symbol. It resembles, figure B resembles use of bicycle, means use of green energy. Then explain the point. Okay, that means by riding on a bicycle, we save on fuel. You know, for bicycle, you don't require petrol, diesel, CNG, and all. So we are saving on fuel. What we are using? We are using our own muscular energy. Okay, that's why bicycle, use of bicycle is considered to be the best eco-friendly non-polluting vehicle. It does not causes any pollution, okay, in our environment. So that's why it is the best eco-friendly non-polluting vehicle. Got it? So for such questions, you have to identify the symbols. You have to identify the symbols and then explain the meaning of those symbols. Very easy questions. Easily you can get your marks. Now see next question. Which projects will you run in relation to environmental conservation? How? Now students see, this is somewhat personal response question. Okay, so you can write the answers on your own also in your own points, but proper language or proper scientific language should be used. Now see, before uh, planning any projects, what has to be done? Initially, assessment of the environmental problem will be done. The nature and severity of these problems will be understood by detailed study of the same. Then the projects can be undertaken to combat these problems. Okay, to solve these problems. First, see now what are the different projects which you can start. First point, see tree plantation. Tree plantation is one such easier project that can be undertaken to conserve environment. The further nurturing of the tree will also be our responsibility. While selecting the tree, the local and sturdy varieties will be selected. Such trees can survive in polluted environment too and even under the pressure of urbanization. Got it? So this is the first project, that is tree plantation. You, on a small scale, each individual can carry on with this. Not only just we have to plant the trees, we have to nurture, we have to take care of it. Okay. Second point, C, solid waste management is another very important project that should be undertaken by every society, colony, or school. Now, what you have to do in this? Segregation of waste into dry and wet types, and then its proper disposal will be taught to all the people in the neighboring area. So, you have to explain in the neighboring area the importance about segregation of waste and dry, segregation of the waste into dry and wet types. And not only segregation, then proper disposals should be done. Third point, C, to ban the plastics and make people aware about harmful effects of plastic is another very significant and significant project, isn't it? You know the harmfulness of plastics. So that's why plastic should be banned and we have to make people aware about its harmful effects. The fourth point, C, fossil fuels are non-renewable and polluting. Therefore, their use should be reduced as far as possible. So how it can be done? Therefore, using bicycles, walking down for shorter distances, using public transport systems are the better alternatives. The awareness drive about these facts will be taken up as a project. So you are going to make people aware about it. Fifth point, to take care of stray animals. Okay, in our environment many animals are stray, like dogs. You can see the dogs, cats, cows roaming here and there. So such stray animals we have to take care. Okay, we have to provide shelter, feeding. We have to provide them shelter, feeding endangered birds like sparrows, and allowing them to survive with our support is also one of the essential acts to conserve other species. And the last point, attempts will be made for bringing awareness among minds of everyone. Okay, so to carry on all such projects, what is important, that is awareness should be done. Awareness should be spread among the people. Okay, such small acts can bring about major shift in the attitude of people. This will certainly help in the environmental conservation. That was your answer. See the next question. Two diagrams are given. So what is the question? Observe the given diagram and answer the following. Now on the basis of this diagram, some questions are asked. Again, three parts are there, A, B, C, and accordingly you have to answer. Okay, see the first part, A, which is the initiation codon, where is it present? Okay, see the answer. Answer A, AUG is the initiation codon which is present on mRNA. Okay, so you have to observe the diagram and write the answer accordingly. See the second part. What are the types of RNA present inside the ribosome? Which triplet codon is present on it? Okay. Now the second part, if you see, there are two molecules of tRNA present inside the ribosomes. Okay. So two molecules of tRNA is there. And which triplet codon is present? The triplet codon presents on them are UAC and AAG respectively. Got it? So you have to see the diagram. I know sometimes it is very difficult to see, okay, in the picture, but you have to take care of it. You have to study well. The triplet codons present on them are UAC and AAG. Third question, see, which genetic code is present on mRNA that is leaving the nucleus? And what must be the sequence on the DNA to have such code on mRNA? Got it? So third question, the answer for the third question, see, first part, which genetic code is present? So the genetic code on mRNA is AUG, UUC, AAA. Okay, and what must be the sequence on the DNA? So accordingly the sequence on DNA should be T A C A A G T T T. Always remember the sequences. Okay, now this is the expected answer. Okay, now you know what is this A, U, G and all. These are the A is for adenine, U is for uracil, G is for guanine, and you always have to remember adenine. The sequence on DNA is with adenine. With A it is T, thymine. With uracil it is adenine. So once you remember the sequence, okay, you can easily answer the question. The last question of question number 3 is what? Flowchart is given. Complete the flowchart of energy transformation in nuclear power plant. Again, see, for 3 marks, very easy question. Just you have to write the answers in the blank boxes. Okay. So what happens in nuclear energy? You know what happens? In the second box, you have to write how thermal energy is generated, which is then used for the kinetic. And what happens with the help of this thermal energy? What happens? It is used to generate kinetic energy in steam, okay, which is used to rotate the turbine. So that's why the next box is kinetic energy in turbine, which is used to produce electrical energy. So if you write the answers in this blank boxes, very easily you will get 3 marks. And then question number 3 gets completed. The next question is question number 4. Okay, in this, answer the following. Only one question has to be answered, and it is for 5 marks. It is for 5 marks. Okay, now see the first question. In this question, question number 4, 2 questions will be asked and you have to attempt any one. See, the first question is name the following, and here again 3 questions are asked, A, B, C, and you have to write the answers of all the 3 parts. So first one, see A. What is the A question? Hormones released with male reproductive system. Say name the following. So it is expected only to write names. Okay, so which are the hormones with male related with male reproductive systems? They are FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, LH, that is luteinizing hormone, and testosterone. So if you write this three names, very easily you will get the marks, full marks for that question. B part, hormones secreted by ovary of female reproductive system. Okay, what is the answer? Estrogen and progesterone. So estrogen and progesterones are the hormones secreted by ovary of female reproductive system. See the C part of the question. Glands and ducts of male reproductive system. Write their function in brief. See the answer here. Okay, you have to mention which glands and ducts are present in male reproductive system, and then what? You have to explain their functions. So which are the accessory glands? Seminal vesicles, they are present in pairs. The single prostate gland and pair of Cowper glands. Okay, so these are the glands present in male reproductive function system. Next, you are going to write their functions. So what is the function of seminal vesicles? See, it secretes their secretion, which along with sperm forms semen. Okay, so it helps in the production of seminal fluid. Then function of prostate gland, what it does? It secretes an alkaline fluid which is part of seminal fluid, okay, which plays a role in activating the sperm cells to swim. And third part, that is the function of Cowper glands. What it does? It secretes thick viscous alkaline mucus which functions as both a lubricant and as an agent to clean the urethra of any traces of acidic urine. Got it? So these are the 3 parts of the same question, A, B, C, and their respective answers, A, B, C. So if you write this answer, you will get 5 marks. This was your question number 1 of question number 4. The second question for 5 marks is picture. A diagram or picture is given, A and B diagram, and then you have to answer accordingly. Based on the diagram, some questions are asked. Again, 3 parts are there. See, A, B, C. So, accordingly, you have to answer each part. A question, see, identify the A and B pictures. Which type of disasters it indicate? Now, you can see here in the picture, easily you can identify. Picture A, the picture shown in figure A is what? Of earthquake. And you know what is earthquake? What type of disaster? It is a natural disaster. Figure B is of house fire. You can see here. And most of the times, house fire is a man-made disaster. Okay. So you have identified A and B and you have mentioned which type of disaster it is. B question: which precautions would you take during disaster A? Okay, that means during earthquake, which precautions you are going to do? You are going to take care. So accordingly write the answer. Answer B. Just wait. Answer B, earthquake. Okay, so what are the initial precautions you are going to take care during earthquake? Okay, so in case of earthquake, one should immediately come out of the house and stand in open ground. If this is not possible, one has to go below table or any other cover. Okay, during collapse of the building, there should not be a head injury. This precaution is basically for prevention of dangerous injuries and saving our life. Switch off the power supply. If you're in the journey, stay inside the vehicle or move to an open space. Got it? So these are few general precautions which you can take care or which you can carry on during earthquake. Apart from this, after earthquake or you have to help each other, you have to help the needy people. You know, many people lose their residences, they don't have any shelter, so accordingly you can help them by providing them shelter, help each other. Got it? C part C: how can you offer first aid to victims of disaster B? So this disaster B was fire, isn't it? House fire. So first aid to those victims of the burns. Okay, what type of first aid you can provide? C, first aid for fire victims. The person who is injured by fire should be doused with cold water on his or her body. So what will happen? This will extinguish fire and give some relief caused due to inflammation. Do not break the blisters. Okay, give water to drink. The other first, see what more you can do for those victims. Cover the burnt part by wet and moist clothes. Wash the wounds with antiseptic solution. If the person is severely burned, transfer him or her immediately to the hospital. Okay, so these are the few first aid or help you can provide to the people or victims of fire. So this was your last question of question number 4, and here you finish your science paper 2. I hope you have understood the answers of the respective question, and definitely it will help you for your SSC exams. Okay, sir, if you have any doubt you can ask.
Students, if you have any doubts, raise your hands, clear your doubts. Ali, unmute yourself.
Any doubts, students, you can ask.
Okay, teacher, we'll wind up the lecture. They don't have any doubts now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, teacher.